My Family at Home. Chapter 1. Setting the Scene. In the beautiful countryside, there was a small house. The house was cozy and nice. It had flowers around it. Inside the house lived a family. There was Sarah, her brother David, their mom Emily, and their grandma Clara. They all liked their house very much. Sarah: Look, David, the flowers in our garden are blooming. David: Yes, Sarah, they look lovely. Mom has done a great job taking care of them. Sarah felt happy seeing the colorful flowers in the garden. She loved spending time outside, surrounded by nature's beauty. Mom: Sarah, David, come inside. Lunch is ready. Sarah and David hurried inside the house, eager to taste Mom's delicious cooking. The aroma of freshly baked bread filled the air, making their stomachs rumble with anticipation. Grandma Clara sat by the window, knitting a scarf. She smiled warmly at her grandchildren as they entered the kitchen. Grandma Clara: Sit down, my dears. Let's enjoy our meal together. Sarah and David took their seats at the table, feeling grateful for the warmth and love that filled their home. As they ate, they talked and laughed, sharing stories of their day. Sarah felt a sense of belonging, knowing that she was surrounded by her loving family. After lunch, they cleared the table together, each lending a hand to help. Sarah glanced out the window at the garden, feeling inspired to paint the colorful scene. Sarah: I'm going to paint the garden, Mom. It looks so beautiful today. Mom: That sounds like a wonderful idea, Sarah. Have fun. Sarah grabbed her paintbrushes and hurried outside, eager to capture the beauty of nature on canvas. As she painted, Sarah felt a sense of peace wash over her. She was grateful for her family and the simple joys of life in their cozy cottage in the countryside. Chapter 2. Daily Activities. Every day in the Johnson family's house was filled with fun things to do. Sarah and David liked different activities, but they always had a good time together. Sarah: David, let's go to the garden. I want to paint the flowers. David: Sure, Sarah. I'll come with you and work on my woodworking project. Sarah felt happy that David wanted to join her in the garden. She loved spending time with her brother. Mom: Sarah, David, can you help me pick some vegetables for dinner? Sarah and David went to the vegetable garden and helped Mom pick fresh tomatoes, carrots, and peppers. They enjoyed working together and chatting about their day. Sarah: These tomatoes look so red and juicy. David: Yes, they do. Mom will make a delicious salad with them. After picking the vegetables, Sarah and David went to their favorite spots to do their activities. Sarah set up her easel and began painting, while David went to his workshop to work on his woodworking project. Sarah: I love painting in the garden. It's so peaceful here. David: And I enjoy working with wood. It's fun to see something I made come to life. Sarah and David spent the afternoon doing what they loved, each lost in their own world of creativity. Meanwhile, Mom was busy in the kitchen, preparing dinner with the fresh vegetables they had picked. Grandma Clara sat nearby, knitting a scarf and humming a tune. Mom: Dinner's ready, you two. Wash up and come inside. Sarah and David put away their art supplies and tools, feeling hungry after their busy day. They washed their hands and went inside to enjoy a delicious meal with their family. As they sat around the table, sharing stories and laughter, Sarah felt grateful for her family and the special moments they shared together. Chapter 3. Evening Routines. As the sun started to set, the Johnson family gathered in the living room to relax after a busy day. David: I'm going to listen to some music. Does anyone want to join me? Sarah: Sure, I'll listen with you, David. I like the songs you play. David put on some old records, and Sarah sat beside him, enjoying the music as it filled the room. Mom: This is nice. I'll just relax here for a bit. Grandma Clara: Yes, dear. You've had a busy day. Enjoy your tea. Mom took a sip of her tea and closed her eyes, feeling the warmth spread through her body. Sarah: Grandma, what are you making? Grandma, Clara. I'm knitting a scarf for you, Sarah. It will keep you warm in the winter. Sarah felt touched by Grandma Clara's thoughtfulness. She knew the scarf would be special because it was made with love. Meanwhile, outside the window, the sky turned shades of pink and orange as the sun dipped below the horizon. Sarah, look at the beautiful sunset, Mom. It looks like a painting. Mom, yes, it's stunning. Nature is so beautiful. As they watched the sunset, the family felt a sense of peace and contentment wash over them. They were grateful for each other and the simple joys of life. Soon, it was time for bed. Sarah and David said goodnight to their family and went to their rooms, feeling happy and relaxed after a wonderful evening together. Chapter 4: Conflict and Resolution. One evening, as the Johnson family gathered in the living room, a mishap occurred that threatened to disrupt their peaceful evening. Sarah. Oops! David. Oh no, Sarah! You've spilled paint all over my woodworking project. Sarah felt her heart sink as she realized what she had done. She looked at David, expecting him to be angry. David. Sarah, I worked really hard on this project. Now it's ruined. Sarah. I'm so sorry, David. It was an accident. I didn't mean to ruin your project. David. I know it was an accident, but I'm still upset. This was important to me. Sarah felt guilty for causing her brother's distress. She wished she could take back what had happened. Mom, let's take a deep breath and figure out how to fix this. Sarah, can you help David clean up the paint? Sarah nodded and fetched some cleaning supplies. Together, she and David worked to clean up the spilt paint and assess the damage to the woodworking project. David. Thanks for helping, Sarah. I appreciate it. Sarah. Of course, David. I'm really sorry for what happened. David. It's okay, Sarah. I know you didn't mean to do it. Let's work together to fix this. Sarah felt relieved that David wasn't as angry as she had feared. She was grateful for his forgiveness and willingness to work together to find a solution. With their shared effort, Sarah and David were able to salvage the woodworking project, albeit with some minor adjustments. As they cleaned up the last of the paint, they shared a smile, knowing that their bond as siblings was stronger than any mishap. Together, they returned to the living room, where the rest of the family waited, unaware of the drama that had unfolded. As they settled back into their evening routine, Sarah felt grateful for her family's love and support, even in the face of challenges. Chapter 5: Reflection and Unity. As the night grew darker, the Johnson family gathered around the dinner table for their evening meal. Mom. Here you go, everyone. Dig in. David. Thanks, Mom. This looks delicious. Sarah. I can't wait to try the salad with the fresh vegetables we picked earlier. Grandma Clara. Yes, it's always nice to enjoy a meal together as a family. The family ate their dinner, sharing stories and laughter as they enjoyed Mom's cooking. After dinner, they cleared the table and washed the dishes together, working in harmony to tidy up the kitchen. Sarah. Thanks for helping, everyone. It's nice to work together as a team. Mom. You're welcome, Sarah. Teamwork makes the job easier. With the chores done, the family settled back into their evening routine. David put on some music. Mom relaxed with a book, and Grandma Clara continued knitting by the fireplace. Sarah. I love our evening rituals. They make me feel so happy and content. David. Me too, Sarah. Our family time is the best part of the day. As they spent the rest of the evening together, the Johnson family felt a sense of unity and belonging. They knew that no matter what challenges they faced, they could always rely on each other for love and support. As bedtime approached, Sarah and David said goodnight to their family and headed to their rooms, feeling grateful for the love and warmth that surrounded them. Sarah. Good night, David. I'm glad we're siblings. David. Good night, Sarah. I'm grateful for you too. With a smile on their faces, they drifted off to sleep, knowing that they were truly blessed to have each other and their wonderful family. The end. The story appears to be written at a level that aligns closely with the CEFR, Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, A1 level of English proficiency. Here's why. 1. Vocabulary. The vocabulary used throughout the story is simple and accessible to beginners. Words and phrases are common and easy to understand for individuals at the A1 level. For example, words like house, garden, family, painting, cooking, and dinner are all basic vocabulary items that learners at this level would be familiar with. 2. Sentence structure. The sentences in the story are short and straightforward, typically consisting of subject-verb-object constructions. Complex sentence structures are minimal, and when they do appear, they are simple and easy to follow. This mirrors the types of sentences commonly encountered at the A1 level. 3. Dialogues. The dialogues between the characters are brief and uncomplicated, reflecting the type of conversational exchanges that learners at the A1 level would engage in. The language used in the dialogues is natural and conversational, but still within the grasp of beginner learners. 4. Themes and topics. The story revolves around everyday activities and experiences that are relatable to individuals at the A1 level. Topics such as family life, daily routines, hobbies, and interpersonal relationships are universal and easy for beginners to understand and relate to. 5. Grammar. The grammatical structures used in the story are basic and fundamental, covering simple verb tenses, present simple, basic prepositions, and elementary conjunctions. There are no complex grammatical concepts introduced that would be beyond the scope of learners at the A1 level. Overall, the story's vocabulary, sentence structure, dialogues, themes, and grammar all align closely with the language proficiency expected at the CEFR A1 level, making it suitable for beginner English learners. Here are 10 words-phrases from the story, along with examples from the story and real life. 1. House. In the story, the Johnson family lives in a small house. Example from real life. Our new house has a big backyard. 2. Garden. The Johnson family has a large garden where Sarah likes to paint. Example from real life. We planted flowers in our garden last spring. 3. Family. Sarah, David, Mom, and Grandma Clara make up the Johnson family. Example from real life. My family likes to go on picnics together. 4. Painting. Sarah enjoys painting landscapes in the garden. Example from real life. I'm taking a painting class to learn how to paint with watercolors. 5. Woodworking. David spends time in his workshop doing woodworking projects. Example from real life. My uncle is a carpenter, and he loves woodworking. 6. Cooking. Mom prepares delicious meals in the kitchen. Example from real life. I enjoy cooking dinner for my friends when they come over. 7. Dinner. The Johnson family always eats dinner together. Example from real life. We're having spaghetti for dinner tonight. 8. Sunset. Sarah admires the sunset from the window. Example from real life. The sunset painted the sky in shades of orange and pink. 9. Apologize. Sarah apologizes to David after spilling paint on his project. Example from real life. I'm sorry for being late. I apologize for keeping you waiting. 10. Grateful. Sarah feels grateful for her family's love and support. Example from real life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to travel and see new places. These words and phrases are used in both the story and real life to describe common experiences and activities, making them accessible to English learners and applicable to everyday situations. From the story, readers can learn several valuable lessons. 1. Importance of family bonding. The story highlights the significance of spending quality time with family members. Despite their different interests and activities, the Johnson family comes together for meals, engages in conversations, and supports each other. Readers can learn that family bonding fosters love, support, and a sense of belonging, contributing to overall happiness and well-being. 2. Resolving conflicts through communication and forgiveness. When Sarah accidentally spills paint on David's woodworking project, a conflict arises. However, instead of escalating the situation, the family members communicate calmly, express their feelings, and work together to find a solution. Through forgiveness and understanding, they resolve the conflict and strengthen their bond. Readers can learn that open communication, empathy, and forgiveness are essential in resolving conflicts and maintaining harmonious relationships. 3. Appreciation for simple pleasures. The story emphasizes finding joy and contentment in simple, everyday activities. Whether it's painting in the garden, listening to music, or sharing a meal with loved ones, the Johnson family finds happiness in the little things. Readers can learn to appreciate and cherish the small moments of joy and connection in their own lives, recognizing that true happiness often lies in the simplicity of daily experiences and relationships. This story and voiceover have been provided by English Made Easy. Learn through stories. Copying or re-uploading is strictly prohibited.